The Vivo Z1 Pro caught us all by surprise. It offered amazing performance, decent cameras and exceptional battery life for just 15,000 rupees. So what does Vivo have in store for us with this Z1X? Let's find out in today's unboxing video. Hey guys, Ash here from C4eTech, and if you do end up liking what you see here, please don't forget to turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon. Now this is the box the Z1X comes in. Vivo has opted for a clean and minimalistic design here, just the Vivo Z1X branding up top, PUBG Club Open logo to the sides again since Vivo is the official sponsor for the event, and some important specs to the back. Let's now take the plastic wrap off, slice through the seal at the bottom and remove that lid. Inside this box is a USB Type-C cable, the information and warranty guide along with the SAR value. Vivo has again included a soft case here, more on that later. Let's get to the Z1X now. Sliding off that protective plastic, the gradient back on our phantom purple variant, it looks really good. It's slippery as expected, so let me put it in its case. The other box contents include a SIM ejector tool, the 22.5 watt fast charger, and a pair of earpod styled earphones. Visually, the Z1X seems to have a lot in common with the Z1 Pro. The gradient design to the back looks as beautiful as ever. It's still plastic though, so the glossy finish could pick up scratches easily. If you get over the slippery feel, in hand the Vivo Z1X feels good. It's lighter and slimmer than the Z1 Pro and has a smaller footprint overall. This makes it easier to use in hand. Another difference is that the rear fingerprint scanner, it's disappeared now. Where did it go? Well, it's under the display. That, along with the micro USB port, are probably two areas where the Z1 Pro felt like it lagged behind the competition. Vivo's addressed both here. As we've seen, the micro USB port, it's been replaced by Type-C, and here the in-display fingerprint scanner, that's present, and like all in-display scanners, well, it's not as fast as a physical scanner, it is the way forward. And the display, it's slightly smaller at 6.38 inches, but it is AMOLED now. And yes, that is how they manage that in-display scanner. The resolution remains at Full HD+, the colors, the contrast, and of course the black levels, they're all better here since this is AMOLED technology. Now, unlike the Z1 Pro and its hole punch display, the Z1X has a more common dewdrop notch up top. And here's where you find the selfie camera, which I will get to in a bit. Now, other placements include the speaker, that USB Type-C port, a primary mic, and the headphone jack to the bottom. The volume and power keys, you can find that to the right. The secondary noise cancelling mic resides up top. And finally, to the left, we have the dual SIM tray. Sadly, no micro SD this time. Vivo, give it something. Vivo, take it something away. Why, Vivo? Why? Anyway, we also have the dedicated AI voice assistant key here. Like we saw with the Z1 Pro, we can map this key to do various things like open up Google Search, Google Assistant, or search what's on screen. Vivo has once again focused a lot on the AI-powered features here. And thanks to the Jovi Smart Assistant integration, the Z1X also has access to a lot of exclusive voice commands with Google Assistant. Neat, right? Like with the Z1 Pro, the focus on AI doesn't just end with the software. It stretches to the hardware too. We have the same Snapdragon 712 AIE under the hood, and given my experience with the Z1 Pro, I expect this Z1X to perform well too. In the time I spent with it, my initial impressions reinforced those expectations. Everything from opening up apps to scrolling through web pages seems smooth and snappy. Funtouch OS 9.1 built on Android 9 Pie, it differs a lot from stock Android when it comes to visual design, so there is a certain learning curve with it. There is no app drawer, for example. We have a control center like we get with iOS. That said, the software itself is stable, it's pretty quick, it's responsive, the animations are speedy, the transitions are smooth. The third generation AI engine in this chip, along with Vivo's multi-turbo, it also helps boost the performance. On the memory front, we have 6 gigs of RAM to go along with 64 or 128 gigs of onboard storage. Coming to the gaming side of things, there's the Adreno 616 GPU along with the ultra gaming mode. This combination here on the Vivo Z1X, it can handle pretty much anything and everything you throw at it. Of course, we had to try out PUBG, official sponsor and all that. Gameplay was buttery smooth, didn't face any lag or stutter. Oh, and the special features like the PUBG Training Center and the esports mode, well, they make a return too. And while the software and hardware have remained mostly the same between the Z1 Pro and the Z1X, the battery capacity hasn't. This time Vivo has gone for a lower capacity battery, but it's still 4500 mAh, down from 5000 mAh. But then again, the display size has also gone down and we've switched from LCD to AMOLED. So that should save some battery, right? So I hope battery life remains more or less the same as with the Z1 Pro. And even if it does drop a little, it shouldn't be a problem since most phones with this kind of a configuration, they come with about a 4000 mAh battery. So Vivo is far ahead of the curve anyway. As for charge times, given the lower capacity and the faster charger, it's 22.5 watts now compared to 18 watts with the Z1 Pro. The Z1X should be able to charge much faster. This Type-C port also supports reverse charging via OTG, by the way. As far as the optics go, again, one more area where the competition was a little ahead of Vivo, and Vivo's addressed that with the Z1X too. There is a major upgrade here. The primary camera is now the 48 megapixel IMX582. Like we've seen with the Redmi K20, this is basically the IMX586 but without the 4K 60 FPS. Not a big deal since the Snapdragon 712 can't handle 4K 60 anyway. Under direct sunlight, the Z1X takes some sharp looking pictures. Look at the details on the wings of the butterfly. The colors at times do tend to get a little oversaturated, like in this picture, but do keep in mind all these images were shot with the AI mode on. Talking about modes, there's a dedicated AI Super Night mode. It makes quite a big difference here. The pictures are brighter and have a lot more detail. They end up being cleaner too. Good stuff. Coming to the 8 megapixel ultra-wide shooter, we have a 120-degree field of view. The detail levels are decent, the colors are good. A little lacking with the dynamic range, but it's not too bad. The third camera, it's a 2 megapixel depth sensor. The edge detection, it's as we've come to expect. The images do come out looking nice. Vivo has put in a ton of portrait mode lighting effects and they seem to work quite well. On the selfie side of things, we have a 32 megapixel camera and that too comes with the same portrait mode lighting effects. As for your regular selfies, it seems like there is a bit of skin whitening going on even with the beauty mode turned off. We do have a dedicated AI beauty mode and it allows you to change a lot of things like the width of your eyes or the tone of your skin, shape of your nose, if that's what you're kind of into. When it comes to video, primary camera can capture 4K 30 FPS. Overall, the video is a little shaky because you don't get stabilization at this resolution. But other than that, the colors do look good and the detail levels are excellent. If you want stabilization, we have electronic stabilization at 1080-30. Vivo also lets you capture footage from the wide-angle lens, at this resolution. Overall, like the rest of the phone, the cameras do seem impressive too. At least, those are my first impressions. So the Z1X looks like yet another solid all-round offering from Vivo. One you should probably take seriously, you should probably consider as long as Vivo gets the pricing right. So what do you think is the right price, a fair price for the Z1X? 18,000, 20,000, 22,000? Let me know in the comments below. I have no official information on the pricing as of shooting this video, but once I do get to know the price, I will leave that in the description along with a pinned comment, and I will also let you know via Twitter at C4Tech. Follow me if you haven't yet. And I will talk about the price and everything else in my full review, so stay tuned for that. And I guess that's it for this unboxing. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on whatever you felt about the video. Subscribe, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4Tech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.